Hi guys, I'm the Lag Dr. Clay Ballard, and today we're going to talk about one of the age-old questions in golf. How come my practice swing is so good and my real swing just falls apart when I get a ball there? We're going to do a Charles Barkeley swing analysis. We're going to talk about how he's doing this incorrectly and how you can follow 4 simple steps that are going to help you to make your real swing just like your practice swing. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so first let's take a look at Charles' practice swing here, and we'll notice it's nice and fluid. There's no hitch or jerk in the swing. There's no bobbing of the head up and down a huge amount. It looks like a pretty good golf swing. All in all, looks like a pretty solid golfer. Now when he gets up to the ball, we'll go ahead and fast forward here a little bit more, and we'll notice as he gets to the ball, look at the head drops way down, gets really close to the ground, and then he has to lunge upward. Look at the knees going crazy here. Has to lunge upward to try to keep from sticking the club 12 inches under the ground to make room because his head was so low in the downswing. So what happens there? What's the difference between the practice swing and the real swing? Well, let's go back to the practice swing again, and I'm going to start off by telling you some tips that I see a lot of people make that do incorrectly, some fundamentals they do incorrectly with the practice swing. So the first thing you'll notice is when he's swinging this club in his practice swing, look how high the club head is off the ground. So see, there's the takeaway. Club head's probably 2 feet off the ground, and then as he swings down, you know, he would be hitting a ball here that would be a foot off the ground. Well, what this is telling your brain is, okay, I know I can do this when there's no pressure. I can swing out into open space and make a nice fluid swing. But now when I step up to the golf ball, I'm setting up in a completely different manner. So instead of setting up with the club 2 feet off the ground, now you're setting up at a different angle with your body. You're swinging on a different swing plane. You're doing a completely different swing than you were doing your practice swing. So your brain says, well, this is 2 different motions. Yeah, I can swing up in open air very smoothly, but when I get down to the ground, whole different story. I'm going to throw all this out the window. So that's the first key. Anytime you're making a practice swing, go ahead and set up to the ground just like if a ball was there. You don't necessarily have to take a divot, but if you can clip a little bit of grass if it's an iron, that would be great. If you can swing just barely off the ground with a driver, that would be great also. And the second thing that's really the same thing we're talking about here is notice as he does this first practice swing, he automatically goes right back into, oops, wrong one. He automatically goes right back into the second practice swing. So he makes one, lets the club swing back, and then right into another one. Well, in a real golf swing, we're not starting from a moving position. Yeah, that'll help you to get loose and to get some rhythm, but then we go up to the ball and we don't have that rhythm anymore because we're not starting from a swinging position. So go ahead and set that club down, keep it nice and still as you start your practice swing, and then make it as realistic as possible. So once we can do that and we say, okay, my practice swing looks good, I'm starting and making it realistic as possible, I'm getting my real address position, then from there, this is the real key. We don't want to go straight into hitting a lot of golf balls. We want to fully ingrain this and gradually introduce the golf ball so that our brain can trust that we can do this when there's actually something there to hit. So the next motion is going to be stick a tee in the ground, but let's lose this golf ball. Right? And you're going to do the same swing, and then now you're going to come down, you're just going to clip this tee right off the ground. And you may do that several hundred times you know, over the period of a week or so, and really just clip that tee and get completely comfortable making the type of swing you want hitting that tee. The reason this works is it starts to become more realistic because we're actually hitting some type of object, but our brain says, well, there's no pressure. You know, no matter where I hit this tee, I'm not worried about slicing the ball out of bounds. I'm not worried about snap hooking the ball. You know, I'm just going to clip this tee right out of the turf, and I'm not going to worry about it at all. So it starts to get some confidence with this motion. Now, after you've done this, the third piece, I would go ahead and put a net in front. You know, practice indoors. Go ahead and put a net here. That way you don't have to worry about that ball flying out of bounds again. Let's go ahead and put the tee and the ball there, and let's make a real swing, and let's not have any, you know, work on it looking like a real swing and looking like our practice swing just like we practiced before. Now the trick to this is as soon as you start to hit incorrect shots or you start to make incorrect motions, so this is the time you should be videotaping your swing all the way through. As soon as I do one swing where I let my head drop down, you know, in Charles' case, let my head drop down and then pause, I immediately go back to wherever I can control those motions. So whether it be just practice swings or practice swings hitting a tee, I go back to a speed that I can hit the ball correctly and make the proper motions, or the technique that I can do that with. Now once we've done all this and now we're looking great into the net, we're hitting the golf ball, everything's looking fantastic, you're going to keep on ingraining this. And over a period of a couple weeks, you just keep on doing these motions. You're going to feel very confident with it. You're going to get completely comfortable with it. Then you want to go out to the driving range and try to repeat the same thing. And again, if I get to where dropping the head, doing incorrect motions, things that I don't want to do, now I need to go back to the tee, to the practice swings, maybe make 15 or 20 motions to get my confidence back, to get that rhythm back, to get the understanding of what I'm trying to do back, and then go back and try to hit a ball. So as soon as I do one incorrect motion, always going back to something that I can control and I can do correctly before I try to do that again, and getting that confidence back. So hopefully this will help you guys out. Those are the 4 steps. First, make the practice swing as realistic as possible. Second, introduce something like a tee or a leaf on the ground that you can actually hit, but you don't actually have to have the anxiety of a result. Then go ahead and throw that into a net, hit the ball into a net, a real ball, taping these swings all along, making sure that things are happening the way you want to. And then finally, we're going to introduce the full swing. And that's going to happen over a period of time and a period of weeks. What happened with Charles in the Haney project is he actually started out, and a few weeks in, he got his swing looking better, and he actually hit a few balls where that was nice and fluid, no hitch or jerk or anything. But then immediately they went back out and started hitting balls and playing in tournaments and doing all this kind of stuff, and when it wasn't ingrained. So if he'd have just kept stuck with that a few more weeks, maybe a month, never hit a ball outside, got completely comfortable with the type of swing that he wanted to make, then he could have gone out there and played good golf for the rest of his life. So hopefully you guys will take this and it helps you guys. And good luck with your golf game. I hope you guys have the best year of your life in golf. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys much more in the future. Okay, so for those of you that are watching this on YouTube, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button, post your comments below. Love to hear from you all. We have the absolute best members with our Rotary Swing, and love hearing from you guys. So if you want to ask any questions, just post the comments below, and I'll try to get to all those. And as a bonus, I have a pre-shot routine and visualization drill that I'm going to attach a preview of. If you want to watch that entire video, go ahead and click the link that pops up on the screen or down in the description. When you sign up for your free Rotary Swing membership, you'll be able to watch that entire visualization video. It's really going to help you to get the best out of your game when you go out and you play a round that's pretty important to you, or a tournament round, or even with your buddies. So I look forward to seeing you guys much more in the future. Good luck, and I'll talk to you soon. I'm like Dr. Clay Ballard, and today I have a great tip for you to help you play better golf, and that's to help you increase your visualization before your shots. Jack Nicklaus said this was one of the keys to his success. He visualized every single shot he hit just like he was watching a movie. I'm going to go over some great tips on how you can do the exact same.